Hello everyone, it is Michelle, Letters from Nantucket, and thank you for joining me today. My third mail making video. Happy 2017, it's my first video of the year, which just adds extra excitement to everything that I'm doing. And today I'm actually making a piece of mail that I wanted to fit in a number 10 vellum envelope. I recently purchased a stack of those envelopes, and I have been having fun playing with form to use them and create little mail pieces. So earlier in the week, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen a post that I did of a 3-fold accordion fold letter on a piece of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper that I had cut down, and I had created some library card pockets that I put on vertically so that they would fit within the folds in the letter, and then wrote the letter on the back side. Today I am creating pocket sleeves, which I think you've probably seen some folks on Instagram who make them. So I'm creating the pocket sleeves for the letters that I have places to stuff goodies, a little card, and also the actual written letter. I wanted to use my January Planner Society kit for this mail, which is what I'm doing. So that double-sided paper is from the kit, and a lot of the embellishments and quote cards that I'm sticking in are also going to be from that kit. And the reason I did that is because since I subscribed and I've been sharing photos, I've actually gotten a few direct messages, and I've even had conversations within my letters with my pen pals about my own experience using a planner kit for pen pal mail art, and also my own traveler's notebook journaling. So I wanted to show everyone how it works. I mean, when I look at supplies, I see a supply, I don't see a planner supply, I don't see a journaling supply or a pen pal supply. If you were to go into my stash, there are bits and pieces from all walks of life, which I think is fun for me. And I also like looking at something that has sort of one utilitarian use for it and trying to find a different use for it. Concerning the Planner Society kit, I am just a freak for pretty florals and bright colors. So it caught my eye. I was jonesing to try it, looking at everyone posting their photos on Instagram, and I knew that it would be really fun to play with, to make mail, and also to adorn my own journaling. So that's why I'm using, I sort of dove into the kit. I've also used Villa Beautiful kit, the Stargazers kit, which has been a pretty impressive one in terms of gals playing with it and posting pictures on Instagram. And I loved that one too. Christie's subscription is the only planner kit that I am a regular participant in. And then I also started using the Studio Calico Documenters kit. And kits work great for me. As you know, I live on an island 30 miles out to sea where it's hard to find things. So I'm hoping that in 2017 with these two, I can sort of put all other creative spending aside, which I think sometimes I choose stickers over food, which is fine. I'm an adult, I can do as I please. But I'm hoping that the subscriptions and having these come to me on a monthly basis will, satisfy the hunger for new supplies, and also help me keep what I have in check. So here we are, my packets are all assembled, and those little packs are actually some cutouts and washi samples that I've put together in the previous weeks. So I'm just sticking them in, and you can see once I sort of figured out the fold, and I just wanted to use one sheet of paper, which is why there is a lot of washi tape. The rest of the process actually goes together really, really quickly. And I love the yellow and the blue with a bit of red. Like, these colors are just making my eyes so happy. So I was really excited to have gotten to this point. I'm sure you can see it did take me a little bit of time to figure out the folds, but washi seams and a little bit of tape runner did their work just fine. The die cuts that came in this month's kit are glorious. So I had fun picking out the typewriter, but I didn't want the planner girl on there, so I used one of Christie's little stickers to cover it up, and I just put on there, "Let's do this." Again, easy way to transform a planner item into a mail art item. And I think that my pen pal will really love them. That little bronze sheet of paper, that's actually left over. So in those little goodie packs, I have a couple of deer punch outs and things like that. And that little bronze sheet is a leftover piece from all of the antlers. I was sort of moving in a circle to get the most out of my sheet of paper. And so when I get those weird little bits, you can see I'm really working now, so the camera's moving a little bit. When I get those little bits, I like to hold onto them because I think they're just neat embellishments to add, or they're neat components to add to any sort of embellishment or cluster that I'm working on. And specifically with that bronze metallic rose gold paper, I think I'll use every little bit of it just because I adore the color so much. The alpha stickers are from Studio Calico Kit, and I thought I wanted to use the exclamation point, but then when I got it on, it just didn't really balance because it went over the washi. So I sort of left it at high, which works perfectly. And I'm liking all of the little black accents that are coming up down on the bottom. And it's one of my fun moments when I'm just sort of going through all of my little bags of fun, trying to find additional things to bring this mail piece to life in a fun, engaging way. If you've watched some of my previous videos, you know that I have these little building stickers that I received, and when I ordered them, the shop, which on Etsy is For You Best, she has the cutest washi stickers, all sorts of stuff. She sent me this cute little package of girls with these little phrases, so I'm picking out a couple of those to add to it, just to give it a little bit of charm, a little bit of fun. I'm particularly fond of the little darling with the hello, but the ballerina is pretty sweet too. And sadly, I didn't really find a good spot to put the ballerina in, so she sort of fell to the wayside, but I think that just means there's some other piece of mail or journaling waiting for her in the future. So no worries about that. Right there, that is one of the cutouts that created those cool antler spots. So I'm trying to figure out how I can put them in. And I also want to tie it in to the layout a little bit because there are all these great red accents. So that's sort of what I end up doing. As you'll see in a moment, I'm bringing in my bowl of stamping supplies. I like bowls. I use them for washi as well. Bowls, big boxes, things that I can just sort of get in and dive in. And at this point, I'm just looking for a little stamp that I could use with my red ink to jazz up the cutout and make it work with the rest of my layout. So I actually decided on using a little stamp from the October Planner Society kit, which is that little sheet on the right, and that clear stamp sheet has some of the cutest little icons on it, and what I'm using is just a little branch with some berries in my red ink, and I'm just going to go in and do some variation, not only in position but also in ink quantity, so that it gets a little bit of dimension in there. And I didn't want it to look like it was stamped. I wanted it to look like it was some, cool patterned paper piece that I stamped out of, not just a plain grid journaling card that needed some sprucing up. And I love how it turned out. I think it's really sweet and subtle, but it still brings in the red accents, which I love. And once I pop it into that little place that I have for it, it pops and you really see it. And I really enjoy that. So I was happy with how this turned out. You can see it's just like a fun little whimsical piece. And it also sort of ties in some of the goodies in the bag because my pen pal will be receiving a few cutouts of that punch as well to play with and do their own thing. So it's kind of a little foreshadowing of what's in store, but also maybe a little bit of inspiration, and definitely a cute little piece of paper on my mail that is making it extra special and keeping with that Papa Red theme. I thought a puffy pink heart was only natural. It's the new year. Everyone should be reminded of how loved they are in the new year. So hearts all around. Hearts for all of you as well. Thank you for watching me. At this point, I'm getting really pleased and I'm just starting to have fun. and play. I've got that one last section up top that I'm going to start brainstorming. And the stickers from the Planner Society kit, which are a lot smaller, I already used the girl holding the bunches of flowers, which, by the way, are the cutest little things ever. And I wanted to use a sticker and also give it that weight of one of the die cuts. So I actually just take a piece of scrap paper that was left over from assembling the pockets on the card and use that as a background and fussy cut the sticker out. So, you know, now it's a little bit stronger, it's got a little bit more weight to it, and then if my pen pal feels like taking it off and using it in what they're doing, they absolutely can. Here's another scrap from the September kit, and I'm starting to build an embellishment to go up top, just something fun that'll sort of set the stage. In that top letter or pocket is going to go my letter, as well as a card to answer some mail tag questions. And I have one other thing that I popped in there. Oh yes, one of those cute, have you all been to the new Target yet to see the new dollar spot stuff? I think it was in December. They had these really cute little business size folded cards that came with these adorable little envelopes, and you'll see it in the end. This one's going to say, I think it says thank you, with a cute little red flower on it. So I'm going to pop all of those items in up top, and at the end of the video I'm going to do a slow-mo over the finished piece, as well as end with a frame of the completed piece, so you'll really see what it is I'm talking about here, other than one of the thousands of Target dollar spot paper pieces that have entered the world recently. So when I pop this little embellishment on, I'm actually using a piece of foam tape there, and that's because I wanted to have a little bit of height. The nice thing with the bottom two folds, because I put things into those pockets that have a little bit of mass, there's some dimension there and there's some movement. The top, not so much, and knowing that just some flat things are going to go in there, I wanted to pop that little embellishment bit up. Now these books, I love that some of the comments I get most on YouTube is about my organization, and I am a Virgo, so that just makes my heart sing because I love being organized. And for Christmas this year, my good friend actually gave me another Midori Traveler's Notebook, or now it's Traveler's Notebook Company book, which I was so excited about. And I was trying to brainstorm how I could use the book to store stickers, embellishments, and pieces of paper when I travel, so that it becomes a really easy process. I was going through old files and I saw a sheet protector, and a sheet protector just so happens to be the width of a Midori Traveler's Notebook if you fold it in half, which sort of started the wheels turning. So to make those books, I actually just took seven to 8 or 9 sheets, and I would trim them down. So I would cut out, the extra lip of plastic where the 3-ring hole punches are. So I'd cut off that sheet, trim the top off, and then, like I would make any of my notebooks for my Traveler's Notebook, I use my long arm stapler and some old file folders that I was actually emptying out in this process to create 3 of those inserts that just have long, clear plastic sheets in them to store things. So that whole notebook is filled with these 3 notebooks with the sheets in them. And I am not only so proud of myself, but it is so gosh darn convenient. I can't even tell you. So what I've decided to do in the future is I've got a few videos on deck that I want to put together for you all. One of them is the mail books that you've seen me do in the past couple mail videos, and then also these inserts and how I trim them down and get them just right to fit into the book. I love them, and I think if you're a Midori Traveler, sorry, I have to stop saying Midori because they rebranded. So if you're a Traveler's Notebook girl, I think you will appreciate them as well. You can stick so much stuff in there. And then following that same formula, I think you would also see a little brag book that I got at Michael's that I popped stickers into. And this inspiration, again, really comes from one of the books I received from the Planner Society in October. That's essentially a photo album, but it works so darn well for storing paper pieces, which is nothing new. A lot of girls, or a lot of the girls who have the sticker kits they'll sell additional, you know, sort of photo albums you could store things into. I think I just finally had that aha moment where I put everything together. So here's my finished mail. I love the way it turns out. I love that little hello girl. She's so sweet. And then the bundle of flowers and hay, and there's the little thank you sticker. This is a flat lay that I did of the finished piece so I could post it on Instagram, and here's the whole thing. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I hope you subscribe. Have a great day.